All right. Well, hello. How are you? And welcome, welcome. Please, first things first, let me know if you can hear me, if there's any kind of echo. I'm trying to get this audio together, but let me know if you can hear me. And if you can, just please put it in the chat. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Okay, that's very important before I say anything else because it's nothing worse than talking and no one can hear you, right? So, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so excited to be here with you. Happy Saturday. 2 for 1. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Please let me know if you can hear me. If there's any kind of weird echoing, I think everything should be okay, but I just want to be sure before I say anything else. All right, so I'm going to just wait for a few seconds. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so let me know if you can hear me. All right. Yes, yes, yes. So, happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. I am so happy to be here with you. It's not a Friday like last week. We are live in the music room. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to you, Mobile Music. Great. Thank you. The audio is just fine. So that's wonderful. So far, so good. Sounds good, 2 for 1. Thank you. I'm hoping that Abdul comes in because I have something exciting that I want to share with Abdul and the rest of you, by the way. But without further ado, let me introduce myself and tell you who I am, right? Many of you may not know. I am Miss Christine, and yes, this is live in the music room, and I'm ecstatic to be here on another Saturday. So we have so much a great lesson for you today that I got to make sure my words keep up with my thoughts because I'm so excited. Of course, it's always exciting to learn something new today. So if you're watching the replay, let me say a thank you to you. And let me say thank you for those of you who are tuning in today. It's always a pleasure seeing everyone. So, first question is, how are you feeling? Anything new musically going on? It's always nice to kick off the class finding out if there's anything exciting going on this past week, last weekend, what have you. So, anything exciting? I know I can share a couple of things with you before we get started. We did a block party, which you probably see on the channel, and it was so much fun. Um, if I'm able to, I will share some video samples, but feel free to go over and take a look at the drum line and the jazz band. We had all kind of wonderful live musicians, very talented musicians, and of course myself, Miss Robin, and the 2 for 1 crew. We were out there providing DJ and karaoke services, and we live streamed it too. So that was my weekend, and it was a blast. I'm so excited that we were able to do that. That was my first time. So, yes, I'm glad to hear mobile music is feeling good, and 2 for 1 is doing well as well. So, let's see what we're going to work on today. Today, we are moving along. We are in lesson 4, unit 3. So we are moving along, and it is getting, our lessons are getting better and better and better. So today, we're going to talk about ties and slurs in music, okay? And so, what is a tie? We're going to talk about that. And well, what is a slur? Okay. And I'm not talking about people who are slurring their words when they speak, right? No, no, no. We are talking about slurs in music. And of course, we're going to talk about how they work when you're reading playing, singing, etc. All of how the connecting dots. And then of course, we're going to play a fun game, and there's always some type of homework. Now we're working on getting our assignments up to speed, but if you don't see today's assignment in the school store, just know that it's coming, okay? All right, so that's our lesson for today. And let me just mention that please like and subscribe, okay? I'll probably say that a couple of times today. If you've already joined the channel, please give a thumbs up, okay? Every time we meet, give a thumbs up. It really means a lot, and it helps the algorithms, okay? Tells more people about what we're doing. Speaking of what we're doing, I am rather so excited to let you know that we have finally got to 300 subscribers. Okay. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see if we can give a clap. Okay. Yes, 300 subscribers. How about that? And I am so happy and want to personally say thank you for giving a thumbs up, subscribing to the show. We are slowly growing and building a music community, something that I am really working hard to, along with me and Miss Robin, who's back there somewhere in the chat here, helping me grow the channel. So thank you for helping me get to 300 subscribers. And so now I'm going to try to aim for 500 subscribers. So please, please subscribe so that we can get to 500 subscribers. Okay, so let's move along. So we're going to talk about ties and slurs. Hold on just a moment. Ties and slurs. Okay, there we go. All right, good. Pressing buttons and not realizing. Okay, so let's get to our lesson. Yes, thank you, 2-for-1, for congratulating me. So we're going to do a review first, okay? So last week we talked about the dotted half note. We talked about that magic dot. Remembers music extender, right? So it's a dot that changes the note's length. Then we also talked about how that dot always is behind the note, and I have this expression, it's always looking backwards to its partner note, okay? Kind of help you to remember, and it adds extra time to the beat. Now, I'm not going to go much more than that because this is a review, and my question to you is, do you remember the dot formula? What was the formula that you have to figure out what that, in this case, the dotted half note? There is some math that we have to do. And I'm going to ask you to put your answer in the chat in your own words, okay? In your own words, what is the formula to figure out the duration, the length of the dotted note? In this case, the dotted half note, all right? And I'm going to just give you a few seconds to see if you can tell me, okay? And then I can also see why my audio is not working. So let's give you a few seconds to work on that, and then we will continue. So that is my question to you. What is the formula? Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay, I think everything is working now. Let's test our sound effects. Okay, there we go. There's my round of applause. Reaching 300 subscribers. Okay, so let's see. What are our answers? Our answers should be coming in. Come on in to the classroom. 2-for-1 says you have to add half of the original note value. That is absolutely correct, okay? So here we go. Look at the first note, right? The first note is a half note. A half note gets 2 beats, right? So we're going to put a number 2 there. Then we have to cut the note's value exactly in half. That's where we have the dot equals half. What's half of 2? 1. Okay, so here's our dot, and 2 plus 1 equals 3. And so you should know in this case, the dotted half note gets 3 beats. So you add that half back to the total. Very nice work. 2 for 1 and mobile music. I realized I wasn't sharing again. My apologies. So here's the formula. We look at the first note. We cut the note's value exactly in half. And then we have to add half back to the total. Okay, so here's our half note. A half note gets 2 beats. If you know it's 2 beats, what's half of 2? 1. So 2 plus 1 equals 3, giving us the total of the half note. Now, if that doesn't make sense, please go back to the previous lesson, last week's lesson, all focused on dotted half notes. So this is just a review. Mobile music is letting me know that the dot extends the note by half, 1/2 its value, or half its value. Yes, mobile music. Thank you. All right, let's move along. Let's move along. And here's another example. Okay, step 1, half note equals 2 beats. Step 2, the dot half of 2 is 1. And then you add it. 2 plus 1 equals 3 total beats. Here is our dotted half note. Okay. All right. So now let's get into ties. Now, when we're talking about ties, we're not talking about a bow tie or a necktie or tying your shoelaces or even a bow on a gift, right? We're not talking about those kind of ties, even though they're nice. In music, we're talking about a specific music tie, okay? A term that we use. Something like what you see here, and I'm going to go into further detail. So what is a tie? A tie joins 2 notes of the same pitch. Let me take my highlighter and highlight of the same pitch, okay, because that's very important. It can't be different pitches. It has to be of the same pitch by a curved line over or under the note, okay? Let me read that again. So what is a tie? A tie is 2 notes of the same pitch. Now, what do we mean by the same pitch? If you're new, look here at this note here. You have note C, middle C, okay, and it's tied to the other notes, middle C, okay? And we should know from our time signature lesson that every measure is going to get 2 beats, right? But we're tying these together so it's continuous. So you're going to hear a total of 4 beats, okay? So you're not going to hear 1, 2, 1, 2. It's tied together, so you're going to hear 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? And the same here with the bass clef. Okay, the dotted half note, we have a 3/4 time signature, and now we're on the note E, right? Because you know your bass clef notes from lesson, I can't remember, but unit 1, okay, where we talked about bass clef notes. And so that is what a tie is. Now, here is another way of looking at it. You can think of it as just a curved line between notes of the same pitch, okay? But sometimes the curved line will be above, and sometimes it will be above, as you can see below. Here, let me highlight the curved line below, and here is it above, okay? But the key is the same pitch, okay? So each note is joined by a tie held for its full value, but only the first note is played or sung, okay, as I demonstrated. And then you hold that note. 1, 2, 1, 2, okay? And the tied note's value is added to the value of the first note. Let's see if I have any questions. Okay, no questions so far. Fair enough. Let's see, how many people do we have so far in the classroom. Okay, so I have 11 people viewing. Hello, 11 people. Come on and say hello, okay? It would really make me feel quite special. All right, so now let's go a little bit deeper. Let's look here at this roller coaster. And you'll probably say, why am I showing you a roller coaster? Well, there's a reason. So take a look at my little video here. And then I'm going to ask you, what does it mean in music? How is it relating to music, a roller coaster? Yes, it's the summertime. And if you like roller coasters, you can let me know in the comments or put it in the chat if you're watching. But I'm not talking about an amusement park. I'm talking about slurs. Just like a roller coaster, you want it to be smooth, or hopefully you want a nice smooth ride, even if you have some dips and you go upside and upside down. You want that roller coaster ride to be nice. Like, I won't get on too many roller coasters, but I like to, watch other people scream and have a good time. But you still want a nice smooth ride, right? Nothing worse than a jumpy, unstable roller coaster. And music is the same way. So you can look here. We have a 4/4 time signature. And look at these notes. They're of different pitch, but they're slurred all the way over here to note C, right? Okay, here we are on this top note here. So now let's go into further detail. A slur connects two or more notes of different pitches. Okay, there's the key, different pitches. That's the key right there. Unlike tied notes, they are of the same pitch. A slur is of different pitches with a curved line over or under the notes. Okay, yes. All right. And so there is no pause between the notes. We have to play or sing smoothly. And this is called legato. Okay, legato. So, yes, mobile music, you want to have a nice wee experience on the roller coaster. Right? You want to have a good ride. At least I do. And of course, I am not always jumping up and down to get on a roller coaster. Let me know in the comments and in the chat if you like rough roller coaster rides, or would you like a smooth legato experience? You like how I bring real life and then music all into play? Yeah, because music is all around us. Okay, so now let's take a quick listen to Aura Lee, okay? I don't know if I'm having too many audio issues, but you know how it goes. Take a listen. Mm-hmm. Okay, so notice in the video, the first two measures, you had no slur or no ties, but then the last measure, there was a nice slur. I'll let you listen to it one more time. Okay. Good. Listen. Good. Okay. So now that is like a notation software playing notes of Aura Lee, and at the end you had the slur. Now listen to this example. Okay, so now you heard this was an instrument, right? And first question is, can you recognize the melody of that song, right? If you do know the melody of that song, let me know in the chat, okay? Melody meaning, is it a recognizable song that you can sing it, okay? So let me let you hear it one more time. Okay, okay. So let me know if you recognize the melody. Okay, mobile music, you didn't hear the difference in orally? Oh no. Let's see. Let's let you hear that again. Yes, 2 for 1. That was Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. You all are my star students. Yes. And it can be the alphabet song too, as well, mobile music. Absolutely, absolutely. Okay. Yeah, so sometimes it's not the best example with some of our. Let's see. Here's orally again. Mm-hmm. Okay. So if for some reason you can't really hear the last measures with that slur, just know that the notation is letting us know. I'm not too sure why you can't hear how smooth and connected. But then here's something else. This is a sample of me singing legato. Okay, so take a listen. Here is an example of a legato singing. Notes should be smooth and connected. This is an example of a vocal exercise, descending fifth, okay? So here we go. Okay, listen. Good, all the notes should connect. Okay, hold on. You can't hear the video for some reason. Okay, what else is new? You can't hear the video. Okay, better. Okay, let's see. We're gonna try it one more time because this is why I do this. Okay, because this is relatively new for me, and every time I come, it wouldn't be a live in the music room without what? Tech issues. So let's see. Okay, mobile music is saying it's better. All right, let's see what's going on. Let's see. Continue. So the syllable is zoo. This is a vocal exercise. Good. Everything should smooth out. Good. Good. Come on. Good. I have to take a breath here. All the notes should connect. All on one breath. Good. Okay, this is legato. Smooth and connected. Just like that roller coaster ride. Just riding along. Good. Okay, all right. So that was an example of legato, okay? That's a descending fifth slide, okay? And any exercise, whether you're singing or singing a song, that was happened to be a vocal exercise, but the notation will tell you most of the time to have it nice and smooth, but not all the time. Sometimes as a vocalist, you have to use your own judgment. But when you see that slur, you know that all those notes have to connect very nicely. Okay. All right. So mobile music is letting me know the sound came through. Okay. So basically, the notes glide into each other. No clear separation of the notes. Is that what you mean? Absolutely. Okay. Wee. You want everything to be nice and smooth. Okay. Yes, that is the idea. Okay. Good. Smooth and sweet, or sound sweet. Thank you, 2 for 1. I happened to do that recording very late last night, about after 9 o'clock. I was really tired, just like I am today. But you know what? I believe in showing up and giving it your best. And that's the expectations that I have of you. And it is the same expectation I have of myself. And so that was something that I wanted to share. Okay, so here it is in notation form. Okay. And so I think it was mobile music or 2 for 1. I can't say for sure. You couldn't really hear the slur at the last two measures, but you understand from the notation that that is how you should play. We'll learn more about other articulations in music, but for right now, we're talking about slurs, and you can also understand that is referred to as legato. Okay, that is the two connections there. All right, so if all, now this is something that I just found out, by the way. I don't think I remember growing up as a kid studying music, knowing about slur direction. So I wanted to share this with you because it was new to me. If all the stems point the same way, so notice the stems are going up to the up to the right, right? And so if the stems point the same way, the slur goes the opposite side of the stems. So the slur goes here, opposite side of the stems. Okay. Now, if the stems point in different directions, right, you got some down to the left here, and then you have some up to the right and down to the left, right? The slur goes above the notes. So now we're going above. And this is so that your music is nice and clean. Okay. I was not aware of that. Put that in the chat or in the comments if you were aware of this. You know, the more you learn and study and prepare for lessons, you too get new information. Oh, excuse me. Okay, let's see if any other questions are coming in because we're going to start our class play, okay? So before we do our class play, let's see any questions, any questions. Come on, we have 18 viewers watching, and I would love for you to say hello. Tell me where you're streaming from, okay? Please tell me where you're streaming from. I would love to say hello to you, okay? All right. Any questions so far on ties and slurs? Okay, ties and slurs. I'll give you a few minutes. I'm going to have some cup of my tea. Any questions? Okay, okay. And thank you, 2 for 1 and mobile music. You are star students, family. I just really love that you know, always come into the classroom. I can always count on you. And I know someday soon, someone is going to be a loyal student. I know I have Abdul, our South African buddy, but I'm trying to grow this channel. So, whoops. So let's see. Now, new to me, but makes sense. Okay, so apparently the slur directions. It must be. I must be slurring my words today. Okay, yes. So it's making sense to you. Okay, no questions yet. LOL. All right, mobile music. So here we go. We're gonna start with our first class play. Okay. And so the question is, and you can't drag and drop, but I'll do it for you. drag and drop the note that is equal to the tied notes, okay? So you have to tell me, and this means adding, right? So let me get my pen, and you can tell me what color pen we're working with. Yes, we do. I'm going to have to reach out to Abdul and see where are you? Today is Saturday and we miss you. Okay. And if you're watching, we thank you too as well. Okay. I realize I'm not sharing again. My apologies. I've got to get used to remembering to share my screen. Okay. So here we are. We got to drag and drop the note that is equal to the tied notes, okay? All right, so let's see. What is your answer for question number 1? And I was asking, what color pen should I use, okay? So let me just put that in the chat. First things first, what color pen should I use? All right, what color pen should I use? Help me out. All right, I've been using my highlighter, my yellow highlighter, but give me a quick color, quick. What color pen should I use? All right, what color pen should I use? Let me know. All righty, okay. So once you tell me that, then I want you to answer. We'll do it in sections here. Okay, green for money. All right, green for money. Okay, green for money. Okay, orange. Sorry, mobile music. Orange is a little too late. But green for money sounds good to me. All right, so green it is. Here's green. So these two notes are tied, right? And of course, we wouldn't put it at the top here. Okay, so now what is the answer here? Okay, we have to figure out what is the note that is equal to the tied notes. Okay, so you have to add. So put your answer in the chat. I'm going to put 30 seconds up, and I'm going to get my shoulders bumping. Come on, pump it up. All right, I'm moving my shoulders, giving you a couple of seconds. This should be really easy if you've been paying attention. All right, come on. Yes. All right, green it is. The pen is green, and I'm looking for my answer. Put it in the chat, okay? Come on, tell me. Don't be shy. All right, don't be shy. All right, no worries here. So if you said 2, that is the answer that I'm looking for. Now, how did I come up with that, you may ask? Okay, well, a quarter note equals 1 beat in our lesson, okay? In previous or future lessons, I should say, future lessons, this may change. But in our lessons, we've been looking at the quarter note getting 1 beat, okay? And then we have another quarter note. They're tied together. So we continue that. And so 1 plus 1 equals 2. And we know a half note gets 2 beats. So that's where we're going to put our half note, okay? Did you get that? All right, okay. All right, so it looks like I see some answers coming in, of course. Mobile music, 2 for 1. 2 for 1 said 4 beats. Whole note. Oh, really? Which question were you looking at? Okay, I don't have a whole note for the first one. Quarter note tied to another quarter note is 2 beats. Okay, maybe we're looking at the wrong thing. Okay, you were looking at the wrong example. Okay, no worries. That's okay. All right, so let's go to, and what I'll do, I'll put number 2 here, okay? Because it's easy to get confused. This will be question 1. Now we're looking at question number 2. I have my green pen for money, and let's put our clock back up. Well, let's put it back up and go. Okay. All right. Come on. Tell me your answer. Come on. And tell me your answer. Come on. All right. Now, if this is kind of blowing your mind and you're like, I have no idea what these notes mean. I don't know what I'm looking at. Please watch the replay, okay? I'm building a library for this reason, okay? I'm building a library for this reason. The students that I teach, some of them have beautiful voices, right? They can really sing, but they have no idea what music is all about when you look at it, meaning they can't read it, or they have a passing familiarity of it. These lessons that I'm giving free of charge, no one is sponsoring me. I'm not affiliated with anyone. I'm just using my God-given talent, right? Sharing that with you free of charge. Why? Because I love arts education. Okay, so let's do it. Let's do it together. So you should know from question 1 that a quarter note gets, I'll put the answer here, 1 beat, right? And we already talked about the half note getting 2 beats, right? I can put this here. So 1 plus 2 equals what? 3. And what note is equal to 3 beats? Okay, the dotted half note. Okay, good. Okay, dotted half note. Let's see if you got that correct. Okay. Oh, you were looking at the wrong example. Okay, silly you. Okay, and then we have 3 dotted half. Good. And mobile music is telling me a dotted half note. When you add it, it gets 3 beats. That is correct. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, let's go to question number 4. Okay, and come on. I'm putting 30 seconds on the clock and go. Okay, actually, I should ride my horse, right? Come on. Do it. You can do it. I so believe in all of you, okay? I really do. Even if you're just starting out or have no clue about music, I know you can figure out question number 4. All right? 4 seconds, 3 seconds, 2 seconds. All right, that's it. That's it. All right, what's your answer? Come on, what is your answer? All right, let's work it out together. So a dotted half note, look at here. We already know that we get 3 beats here. 3 beats, 3 counts, same thing. Okay, don't get confused. 3 plus a quarter note gets 1 beat. 3 plus 1 equals what? 4, right? And so what note down here is equal to 4 beats? The half note, the whole note, okay? It's the whole note, okay? And we talked about that in unit 2, okay? You can go back about whole notes, half notes, and quarter notes, okay? All right, let's see our answers. Okay, mobile music said 4 beats counts. Good. Okay, because if you say counts, we understand counts and beats means the same thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, or ah, right? Ah. Okay. All right. Yes. Yes, 4 beats. Okay. Good. Okay. Last one. Let me get my pen. I think I still have a green pen. Okay, this is number 5. And I'm using my mouse to write, but I don't like the way my number 5 looks. So let's try it again. Okay, let's try it again. Okay, that's a little bit better. Okay, so now let's work on question number 5. Are you ready? My clock is up and go. Okay. Ooh. What do you see? What do you see? I don't know. Do you know the answer? I think you know the answer. Come on, tell me. 6 seconds. Ooh, 5 seconds. Okay. All right. I know you can figure this out, okay? Just doing a little thinking here, okay? So here is a half note. We already established that a half note is gets 2 beats, right? So 2 plus 2 equals what? 4, okay? All right, it's raining here. So hold on just a second. Okay, I'm sorry about that. Want to make sure there was no water coming in. I heard stuff coming down. All right, yes, it is raining here in New York City. Okay. Oh, I think it's thundering and lightning. Oh my. Okay, so where were we? We were at question 5. We have a half note tied to a half note, right? And so that would be, let's see if it will work for me, a whole note. Whoops. Okay. It was working so nicely, wasn't it? Oh my goodness. Oh, there we go. Okay. Look at that. Okay. A whole note. All right. Because we established in our previous lesson, a whole note gets 4 beats. Ta. Right. Okay. All right. Any questions? Any questions about that so far? Okay. Any questions? All right. Let's see if you have any questions. I'll give you a few seconds to ask your question. Okay. All right. Good, good, good. Okay. So far, I think you have a good handle on slurs and ties in music. Okay. I really feel that we covered a lot. Okay. We did a class play. We reviewed. Let's do a quick recap. Okay. Let's do a quick recap. So if you do have questions, you will understand what to do. I'll be happy to answer your questions rather. Okay, so we talked about ties in music, and what is it? A tie joins 2 notes of the same pitch. That is most important because it can be confusing if you just look at random curved lines above or below the notes, okay? But the difference is a tie is tied to the same pitch, okay? And here's an example, the treble clef and in the bass clef in 2 different time signatures. We have a 2/4 time signature here and we have a 3/4 time signature here. Okay. Then I wanted to further explain that each note joined by a tie is held for its full value, but only the first note is played or sung. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, right? We talked about that. I'm saying 1, 2, 1, 2 so that you could hear the counts. Okay, but in essence, if I was to sing it, ta, so it's almost like holding a whole note, but it's not notated as a whole note. Okay, there are 2 half notes tied together. They equal 4 beats because we add these 2 ties, these 2 notes that's tied together. Okay. All right. And here is a way to just simplify a curved line between notes of the same pitch. We talked about a slur in music. Remember that roller coaster, right? Okay, but we're not talking about a roller coaster. Okay, we're talking about slurs in music. And so a slur connects 2 or more notes of different pitches, okay, with a curved line over or above the notes. There is no pause between the notes. Playing or singing smoothly is called legato. Okay. So look at all the information and knowledge that you've learned today. Okay. This is a beginner's course, so if you're joining and it's like, oh, I know that already, good job, thumbs up to you. This is for those who may not have known, and even if you do, a nice refresher. Maybe you didn't know about slur direction, right? Let's just go back and do a quick recap on slur directions, okay? So if all the stems point in the same way, right? This is up to the right. The slur goes the opposite side of the stems. Okay, so here you can see them all going up to the right, the stems. But if they have different pitches, this is still a slur, but now we have stems. If the stems point in different directions, the slur goes above the notes, okay? And of course, we had a nice time doing our class play today. So there is today's lesson. Come on and give yourself a pat, 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 pat on the back. I believe in you, excuse me, and job well done. Let's see if the sound effect comes in. Of course, it won't because, you know, tech issues is what I do. And I am excited to see so many people watching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Even if you didn't say hello, that's okay. Like and subscribe. Okay. All you have to do is go click. All right. Click. Trying to get to 500 subscribers. We're very, very tiny, but we have a big heart. We love what we do, and we want to continue to spread the love of music all across the world, okay? All across the world. So please like and subscribe. Thank you for joining. Any questions before I sign off? Any questions? Okay, any questions? Here are the resources, okay? Free, 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 okay? With no gimmick other than, you know, give your email address because we got to send it to somewhere. But here is the resources. I'm slowly, you know, adding more and more resources there, okay? And so that's there for you to enjoy. I don't know how long it's going to be free, but it is free, okay? And so thank you for that. Okay, let me see if I can take that off. And oh, look at this. I appreciate what you're doing. I'll be back and check out your videos. Thank you. Let me give you a musical squeeze. Thank you. That means a lot, okay? I know you see a lot of YouTube videos and people, you know, I'm not going to talk about people because I don't know them, but I know I watch videos and people have affiliate links and they're doing all sorts of wonderful things, rightfully so. But I have no agenda. I have no sponsorships. I am just doing this out of the love of what I do because this is what I do every day. And why not share it all over the world? Okay. So thank you for saying that. That means a lot. Okay. I appreciate that so much. All right, and join us next Saturday, 10:45 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, I'll be updating the channel with some more new lessons. So please stay tuned, which is why I say, you know, like and subscribe, because by subscribing, then you'll know what is coming up. All right. Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate it. Those are really wonderful, kind words. Okay, without further ado, I want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you for watching the replay. Thank you for saying hello. We have 35 views, so I feel like I have a new friend. Yes, another new musical friend. Always wonderful. We welcome you to our community. And so without further ado, please continue to put love in your heart. Keep love in your heart. Keep spreading the joy of music. That is what connects us as human beings, no matter our differences. So I want to say thank you. I'll see you next Saturday, 10:45 Eastern Standard Time, unless there's something personal that comes up in my life. But I should be here live in the music room. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next lesson.